Hello everyone, welcome back to the last part of our series where we are going to deploy our application to the cloud on an EC2 instance. So I've prepared for us a script which is going to provision our server. That just means it's going to have instructions on what we want the server to do when it is booting up. So here's our script. Let's take a look at it and see what it is about. So basically we just want to install a few things. We're going to install git after saying apt update, of course. And we are going to clone our repository for this application from the GitHub repository. And then we're going to install Docker Engine for Ubuntu. And this is from the Docker Docs website. And then down here, we're going to install Docker Compose. And this is also from the Docker Compose website. And then we are going to go inside of our directory and start up our application. We're going to cd into our directory and say Docker Compose up and have Docker running in the background. So let's log into AWS and boot up our EC2 instance. All right, we're inside the AWS console. We're going to go to EC2. We're going to say launch instance. We're going to go with Ubuntu. We're going to go with the free tier because we don't want to pay for it. Now here I want to show you the beauty of using scripts. So for our project, we only need one server. But if we were working for a large corporation that needed many servers up and running with the application running inside each one of them, going inside each one of those servers and installing the packages and dependencies and creating directories and files and configuring the permissions for them would take a long time, and that would just be inefficient. This is where the scripts shine. So let's say we want to have 3 servers up and running. We're going to come down here and we're going to copy and paste everything from our script. We're going to say paste, add storage, add tags, configure security groups. We're not going to create a new security group, and we want it so that we can access it from anywhere with HTTP and SSH. Now ideally you wouldn't really be doing this because you would just have a load balancer, and that load balancer would take requests from anywhere, and all of your servers would actually be configured such that they only take requests coming in from the load balancer. Okay, let's launch our server. We're going to use the same key pair that we have. Okay, let's view the instance. So we have 3 instances that we just booted up. Now it's going to take some time, but once it's up and running, it's going to say running. Okay, let's see if our application is up and running. Let's open up the DNS for the first server. Okay, so this is going to take a minute. Okay, it's up. Let's see if it works. Say test 1. Okay, let's refresh. And there is the data. So it looks like it's working. Let's see the other 2 servers. Let's go to the DNS for the second one. And this is also probably going to take a while. Okay, and the second one is working. Now you're probably wondering why the data from the other browser, why the data from over here isn't showing for this instance. And that's because they're not all connected to the same database. Each one is connected to its own image of MongoDB, so they actually have separate databases. And let's just see if the database is working. Test 2, and we're going to say 2002. All right. Refresh. Okay, there it is. Let's see if the third one is up and running. Okay, and it is up and running as well. Let's just see if the database is okay. And there we are. Let's refresh. And that is it. Our application is now up on the cloud. We've just deployed our full stack application to the AWS cloud on an EC2 server using Docker to containerize our images. So now let's clean up. One thing to keep track of is that AWS charges you for your EC2 instances based on 4 things: network, RAM, CPU, and storage. When you stop an instance, AWS stops charging you for all of them except storage because you are still using it. But when you terminate your instance, you don't get charged for anything, even storage. So we're going to say stop first, and then we are going to terminate our instances. Okay, now let's terminate them. So they're still going to remain here for a while, but they are terminated. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave it in the comments, and I will see you next time.